Hello. So, children, we were discussing about the outbreeding devices. We were discussing hercogamy. Remember, in plants, natural physical barriers, such physical barriers are present between the two sex organs and they avoid contact of pollen with the stigma of the same flower. Okay. So, children, due to physical barriers, self pollination is avoided, thus favoring cross pollination. So, remember hercogamy. Another term is self incompatibility. Incompatibility, again, one more term is mentioned in your book, is self sterility. This is a genetic mechanism due to which germination of pollen on the stigma of the same flower is inhibited. Children, remember, inhibited. Genetic mechanism due to which germination of pollen on the stigma of the same flower is inhibited, as in case of tobacco, the germination of pollen on the stigma is inhibited because of genetic mechanism, because they both are not compatible to each other. It is also known as self sterility. So, children, this was all about outbreeding devices. A question can be write a short note on outbreeding devices, or it can be mention any four outbreeding devices. So, you can talk about unisexuality, dichogamy, heterostyly, hercogamy, self incompatibility. Okay, so this was all about outbreeding devices. Children, moving on to our very next question is about how do you say right type of pollen grains or wrong type of pollen grain falls. Okay, so children, this will be decided by pollen pistil interaction. So children, when you say a pollen pistil interaction means it is the interaction of pollen grains, interaction of the pollen grain with the sporophytic tissue. Okay, it begins with pollination and ends with fertilization. So children, if someone asks you what do you mean by just define pollen pistil interaction, pollen is male, pollen represents androecium and pistil represents gynoecium. All the events from deposition of pollen grain on the stigma to the entry of pollen tube in the ovule. ओके, पोलन ग्रेन स्टिग्मा पे गिरने से लेके पोलन ट्यूब बनने तक उसकी एंट्री तक, ये प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? पोलन पिस्टल इंट्रैक्शन. चिल्ड्रन, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ऑल द इवेंट्स फ्रॉम डिपोजिशन ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन ऑन स्टिग्मा टू द एंट्री ऑफ पोलन ट्यूब. पोलन ट्यूब कहाँ जाता है? ओव्यूल में जाता है. सो ये प्रोसेस को क्या बोलते हैं? पोलन पिस्टल इंट्रैक्शन. चिल्ड्रन, ये पोलन पिस्टल इंट्रैक्शन क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं? जब हम बोलते हैं पॉलिनेशन, पॉलिनेशन सिर्फ वर्ड ये गारंटी नहीं देता है कि राइट टाइप का पोलन ग्रेन ही गिरा होगा स्टिग्मा पे. ओके, सो ऑफन हैपन्स इज रॉन्ग टाइप ऑल्सो लैंड्स ऑन द स्टिग्मा. सो पिस्टल हैज़ द एबिलिटी, पिस्टल यानी कि गायनोशियम, इट हैज़ द एबिलिटी टू रिकॉग्नाइज एंड एक्सेप्ट द राइट या compatible pollen of the same species. So wrong type, what will happen if wrong type of pollen has fallen on the stigma? It will be discarded by the pistil. So compatibility and incompatibility of pollen pistil is determined by special proteins. Okay, this process involves pollen recognition followed by promotion or inhibition of pollen. So children, pistil recognizes the pollen and then pollen tube is further process is promoted, or if wrong type has fallen, inhibition process will occur. Okay, so children, you have to remember pollen pistil interaction. You can learn this answer from your textbook. Okay, so this pollen pistil interaction plays an important role in sexual reproduction and seed formation. Okay, in the lab also you are going to perform this pollen tube practical, wherein you are going to what happens is stigma secretes a fluid, right? So stigma's surface provides an essential prerequisites for successful germination. Okay, so children, in the lab what we are going to use to artificially make the pollen germinate is sucrose. So sucrose it induces pollen germination and tube growth in vitro. What do you mean by in vitro? It's outside the cell, which we are going to do in practical. So children, we can learn pollen germination in detail in our lab. Children, after this, what else definition you can learn from a textbook is artificial hybridization. Children, this again I guess we have learnt in your 11th standard. It is, one of the major approach in crop improvement. Daily, with this, plant breeding programs wherein the major goal is to improve, the crops. So artificial hybridization is one such method wherein only the desired pollen grains are hand pollinated and they are used for fertilization. So children, what are the stages of artificial hybridization? It is, emasculation, bagging and tagging. Emasculation, children, already in 10th and we learned removal of stamens before anthesis is known as emasculation. Once the stamens has been removed from the flower, it is properly covered with the help of polythene bag. So this process is known as bagging. So just remember, in artificial hybridization, stages such as emasculation and bagging procedure is done. Now children, moving on to very important diagram and answer is double fertilization. Children, double fertilization, you have to remember this diagram. Okay, what is shown in this diagram, can you see children? Here you can see pollen has fallen on the stigma, okay, and then pollen tube has been germinated. Okay, now these in pollen germination, what you can see is this generative cell divides to form two non-motile male gametes. Now there are two male gametes. Okay, so out of two male gametes, one male gamete fuses with the egg cell. Okay, so this is known as syngamy. Okay, or first fertilization. The another male gamete fertilizes with the fuses with the secondary cell. Okay, in the diagram here it is shown as two polar nuclei. Okay, so children, the second male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus and it forms the triploid endosperm. So children, since two male gamete participates in fertilization, hence the process is known as double fertilization. Okay, so children, this is a unique feature of flowering plants. Because of this double fertilization, new plant is formed. Then you get to see, since the second male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus or definitive nucleus, development of nutritive endosperm is formed. Because of double fertilization, it helps in restoring the diploid condition by fusion of gametes. So children, this is the significance of double fertilization. You can learn these 4 points very nicely along with the diagram. But in the answer, what you have to stress out is, you have to explain about the first fertilization and the second fertilization. First fertilization is syngamy. Second fertilization, you have learned, it forms primary endosperm nucleus which develops into triploid endosperm. So children, in your textbook page number 10, answer is given about double fertilization. Now children, there are few terms, black bold letters which you have to remember. It can be asked as an objective question. If the pollen tube enters through the micropyle, it is known as porogamy. If the pollen tube it enters through chalaza, it is known as chalazogamy. And in some plants, if the pollen tube enters by piercing the integuments, it is known as mesogamy. So children, please underline porogamy, chalazogamy, mesogamy. They can be asked as an objective questions also. Okay, now children, as non-motile male gametes, they are carried through hollow pollen tube. This process is known as siphonogamy. Okay, so children, again it is given in black bold letter. Then what are the two events of sexual reproduction in angiospermic flowering plants? It is syngamy and triple fusion. What is syngamy? Syngamy simply means the first fertilization, where the first male gamete fuses with the egg cell to form a diploid zygote. It is known as syngamy. In triple fusion, the second male gamete fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus, producing primary endosperm nucleus which develops into triploid endosperm. It is also known as triple fusion. Okay, since both the male gametes participate, it is described as double fertilization. So children, this is very important answer. It has been asked many times in boards also. Now children, after the second male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus, it forms primary endosperm nucleus which develops